All right, what's up, fam? Thank y'all for joining me for another video. This is specifically for YouTube. So if you're watching it, this is where it is. Or you might find it on Rumble. But I felt compelled to talk to y'all today about my trading journey. What got me started, how and why I got started, and why I'm next. So shit. This might be best fit if you if you cleaning or if you're riding in the car, something like that. Started back in 2020. Okay. February 2020, I just had surgery on my ankle. I was playing college football at the time. And that surgery had put me out right when COVID had shut down the school. So I really felt lost at the time, really. Cause I worked my ass off to play college football and ended up like ending kind of sour, you know. So my homeboy Nev, I believe it was him that introduced me to the IML group. I did the IML, I forget the name of it today. But we started off with support and resistance. It was signals, big on signals. And I was like, shit, easy money. I was in New Mexico at the time and my rent, shit, like better part of probably like $800, $400 per month, split it with my roommate. Um, Something like boom, signals, right? So I caught a few signals, made some money. I was like, oh, this shit fire, so I want to learn it. So I got very in touch with I guess with the head people. Cause Nev, he wasn't it was somebody had put him on and he put me on. But he wasn't one of the leaders. So I was staying in touch with, the leaders that got in the Gold Cup. I remember Gold Cup. They're trading US 30 and stuff and they're telling us start with your currency pair. So they're teaching us. But at the same time they're telling us to recruit. And at first I was like, okay, it gotta work. People might be into it. I tried the recruiting out, but then I realized that I wasn't learning to the capacity that I was really I felt like I was learning. So once I realized it was more like a popularity contest with this first group, I stopped with that first group. But then I think it was never again. They had a homeboy on the team that was trading, so he had an even better opportunity. And this group started talking about like smart money, and I ended up getting with this group called Money Heist. Still remember. It was Tots, Lav, her name was Lavender, Raymond, Jewel, and Pernell. That's everybody, and Brian. Brian, that was my dog, Brian. Um, I felt satisfied because this group wasn't about recruiting. This is I'd probably say at this time, this is maybe like April. It's around April to August range of 2020. April to August. And I still got the notebooks. Right here, I think this might be my first one. It's my first one right here. Okay. May. May of 2020, right? And I was taking this shit seriously, like, boom. I'm in New Mexico, I'm learning. But the group, this is a good group, man. Tots and the boys, like, we started learning smart money. Smart money. It was always about the institutional candle. He was big on that institutional candle. The last move before the down move, the last up move before the down move, or the last down move before the up move, that's the institutional candle, which nowadays I know that shit is supply and demand and order blocks. It's the same fucking thing. But he harped on it. We did that shit for a few months. And then it came to about now I was losing money. This is like you just seen May. I was learning, I was deep in it, and I was losing money, but I was also I was in a toxic relationship. You feel me? It was I take accountability and bygones be bygones. But at the time, my mental wasn't there. If you know trading, technical analysis is not enough. technical analysis is not enough. You need to have your psychology in check. And my psychology was all over the place. Like I realized that now because first I had an identity crisis because I was playing football, now I'm not playing no more. I'm trading and I'm losing money. It's dark. Love is falling apart. Fuck it, man. All I see is gray clouds. All I see is the gray clouds. So, let's see. Fast forward to the end of 2020. Okay, I'm still trading a bit. I'm still trading a bit, but I end up getting this teacher job in Florida, where I am now. So we fast forward. This is January 21. Honestly, from that point on, I don't remember nothing about trading. I don't remember doing nothing with trading because our group had kind of like, everybody went and moved on with their lives. Some people was in college, some people had families. Everybody moved on with their lives. And I moved to Florida January 21, and I didn't really fuck with trading. But I remember I had all my notebooks, everything, and I just always kept it around because I was like, I used to have on my wall in my dorm or in my apartment, 96% of traders quit, and that only that 4% see their dreams. Had that thing over my TV, playing Call of Duty, everything that you do in college when you're really not conscious enough to understand that you should be using your time doing something else. But that is what it is. Started working as a teacher. I was dabbling in trading just a little bit, but I couldn't find a way to make it work. New environment, no family, no nothing. Still kind of just having a lot of mental battles, and trading was just the last thing on my mind. I was coaching football, and I had to be to the school early to be there before the students to prep for the day, teacher shit. And yeah, I ended up falling into real estate because I was like, shit, I got into trading to make money. I seen it. I always seen the vision since when I first started. I was like, this is what I want to do. But I drifted, right? I was teaching. I found out about real estate. I was like, oh yeah, you know, I invest in these buildings. I can get big cash flow, Grant Cardone type shit. All right, like, what's the best way for me to do that? Let me go become an agent. Maybe I can learn that way. I don't have no real estate background. None. I done did all the real estate stuff from really the really the bottom. And I just came back from an event tonight and got sworn in for the association. I'll show y'all real quick. Let me get back to boom. Let's see. Maybe you see that. But I did this shit tonight, so I I started. I got my license. I failed the test twice. Got it on the third time. Um, and I just didn't think about trading no more. I didn't think about trading anymore. I got my license in 2021. I just started focusing on real estate, right? And I wasn't really into real estate. I was into the money, which 4 years later, I'm realizing that that was really the right thing, but the wrong thing. It got me started, but trading has come full circle, obviously. So, boom, I'm doing real estate. I'm teaching and doing real estate. I'm losing deals because I'm teaching and I'm having, practice and all this stuff, right? But before that section, this middle part, right? I started teaching and then that part. No. Yeah, real estate. It's still 2021. 22, I don't really remember doing anything with trading. I don't remember doing nothing. 2023, right? I met now my wife. Feel me? She was my girl at the time. And whenever I go kick it to her crib, I started watching like more. I was like, oh, I wanna dabble back in it. Cause I remember like once you learn how to trade, that shit's like riding a bike. Sometimes that bike might be you know, a unicycle on gravel. But if you rode that unicycle on the smooth concrete, then you know how to ride it. You feel me? And that's really what trading is, right? You can catch a trend, you can catch ranges. It's either trending or it's ranging. Let me get back to the story. So at the time, I was trying to figure out what type of trader I want to be. Swing trader. I know for sure I'm not gonna be no position trader. That's like, I don't know. Maybe sometime later on in life, I'm not fucking with position trading. I like the thrill. Swing trading or scalping, right? I was still trading just forex at the time, just forex. GBP, USD. I was trading. I was trading Euro USD. Everybody was at the time, and the inverse of GBP USD. No, GBP Euro GBP. And I was correlating off of them. I learned that from one of the groups. So back in 23, right now we in 2023, I'm learning ICT concepts. I'm looking at the ICT course on trading. All this shit was hella confusing, y'all. If you looked at ICT shit, bro, just be talking about some shit. And like, I learned, don't get me wrong, I learned some good stuff from ICT. But I knew it wasn't for me. I knew that style. I knew just the way he talking, and he just so lackadaisical about it and shit. Like, yeah, bro, I learned a lot of smart money concepts way before, and you just putting names on shit that I already know. You confusing me. So I stopped watching him. And I kind of gave up on trading. Shit. I gave up on trading again. Shit, I was too much falling in love with my now wife. Too much falling in love, you feel me? I'd be at the crib, and then, we get to going, whirlwind, and shit. Just put the notebook in the backpack. You feel me? So, boom, fast forward. Still not really fucking with trading, but I was always part of this group since I moved to Florida. One of the real estate homeboys that I met in my pre-license class put me on to a guy that has jack of all trades. His name is Leon Frez. Shout out to him because that boy gave me the push that I needed at the time to really like catapult into trading, right? So here's how it went. I was always in this group, jack of all trades. I paid bro like $50 to be in a trade, to be in a group, whatever. Um, but honestly, his style wasn't for me. He was giving me gems and stuff, but I couldn't get away from what I learned back in 2020. I couldn't get away from it because I love that strategy. Um, I don't even know if you can call it a strategy for real, but I love that concept, right? So he teaching me shit, and I'm just like, over time, I'm interested in the group because I know I needed a little something to maintain the spark that was there for trading. Even though I'm dealing with real estate, teaching all that stuff, I end up quit teaching, 2023, focused solely on real estate. I'm still not trading. Two years, I'm still not trading. Still learning, still looking at shit. Screenshots come up in your memories and shit. So fast forward 2025, April. Okay, my first son is born. I put it in the group, the trading group. The homeboys, they got kids. So I made the little announcement. Leon called me. He was like, "Bro, I wanna gift you something. From you've been here since the beginning. The 50 that you paid me. I want to gift you something for your first kid." So he gave me He gave me the $50 and was like, "Here's the website. Go purchase you a funded account." Bing! I ain't never heard of futures ever. I ain't never heard of futures ever before. And I was like, okay, so guess what the platform was? Top Step. Boom, Top Step. Okay, kind of ran it down to me a little bit, and you know, off with the win. Um, I started. Boom, I had a good. This is April. Okay, I started the Top Step in April. It was the day after my son was born. Okay, and I did my eval in in April. and I did okay. I don't remember the number. I was so green, so green. I never heard of futures, and now I was trading like I was trading NQ, I was trading ES, and I was trading gold. I was always told not to trade them. So now futures, that's what got them. That's what happened. I traded oil a little bit, but oil wasn't doing it for me. So I'm trading that, okay, and I'm seeing some wins. I'm like, wow, I can really take this $50, get my $50,000 account. As long as I'm learning what I'm doing, know what I'm doing, I can get like $5,000 in a day. What? I was like, what? I'm hooked. All right. So boom, April, May, June. Okay, I didn't trade at all in May. April I got started. I was excited. I didn't trade at all in May. June, I started trading again. July, I learned how to journal and shit. August, um, it started picking up in August. Yeah, it really started picking up. And I have my first completed month of back testing. Um, my computer's not in here. In journaling was in October. Yep, October, and then November, and then I got like half a completed month in December. So I'm taking it seriously. I'm learning, woo woo, and I'm like I'm fucking with the prop firms, right? Just Top Step, just motherfucking Project X. So my wife was like, you know, it's all come back full circle. I was like, what you mean? She was like, before I met you, you was trading. Whenever we first met, you was doing some trading stuff. You wasn't really serious about it. But now you had to go through all this stuff, learning how to do business. Cause I have no business background. I came from sports, losing, not coaching no more, getting out of the sports environment, doing business X, Y, and Z, and now you're back into trading. And I'm wiser, right? I'm more emotionally stable because I'm in a beautiful relationship. It's a marriage now. When do still confused on that relationship, marriage. Sometimes I feel wrong if you say, "Oh, I'm in a relationship with my wife," rather than I'm in a marriage with my wife, even though wife is, what I'm trying to say. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, whatever. Um, so September, October, I get close. I got a video on my laptop where I was one day from a payout, y'all. My first payout in October. I was one day. I had to make like I think I had to make like $500, right? And price went down into it. I think it went down to like $700, 750. It was NQ. And I was like, my TP is only like, I think I'm like halfway to my TP, a little bit more than half. It's like I'm gonna just let it run. Nope. Ping. That thing reversed on me. I think at the time I lost like, you know, smooth $200. I'm like, all right, cool. I got $700 to go. I'm about to trade again. And to this day, I realize from journaling and stuff, that's my biggest fault. When I lose, I keep trading because I think I'm gonna win. I don't know if it's overconfidence. I don't know. I don't know. Is it greed? Yep. That probably so. Yep, because I'm trying to get that paper. You feel me? But yeah, I got a video, blew the whole thing. I was pissed. What? I went outside. My wife was like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "I fucking blew it." I'm like, "Oh, I fucking blew it." You feel me? I was hurt. I was devastated. I put in so much work. It was like a dream come true. Y'all seen the shit? I don't even know. Yeah. It was like, what's the next level? I was like, I really own this shit. Like, always been on it. Like, what's the last date on here? July 20. July 2020. Oh shit. If you made it this far, here is what really got me trading. That shit just reminded me. In the group, I was in the IML, so I was playing, like, I was paying for the platform and I was using the platform. There used to be morning calls with all this, but there were these two white boys. Name was Zach, and I always want to say Zach and Cody, but it's not Zach and Cody. Man, nah, what's the boy's name? That shit gonna kill me. But anyway, if I find it, you feel me? Wall Street Ray, Zach and Jordan. Okay, them boy talking me about the candlestick anatomy. See, boom. This is where things get juicy. Okay, I got into trading because before then, like I had did like multi-level marketing, but it was for shit like Zija, Primerica, shit like that, right? But trading was different because I was like, okay, trading really has value outside of trying to recruit people. So I started watching the videos and shit, and there was one of like the higher up managers, right? There was Money Heist with Tots, Lav, Raymond, all of them. There was Money Heist, but we was all part of like a bigger, a bigger thing within the IML. So they recommended watching one of these Zach and Jordan videos. Okay. I was interested already because they opened up with nature. They opened up with nature and they opened up talking about Fibonacci sequences. You know about Fibonacci's? Oh, how Fibonacci is the golden ratio. There's the seashell, there's the leaf, there's the tree. Price is fractal, right? And boom. Somehow, some way, y'all. They st- Somehow, some way that video led up into the happenings of 9/11 and Hillary Clinton laptop, Barack Obama, chef at the pizza parlor. From Fibonacci sequences, my shit ashy? I don't know. No, it's just like Fibonacci sequences, right? You know about Fibonacci sequences, the perfect golden ratio, the perfect ratio. From that, somehow it got they because the dudes they talked about it in the video because it was an educational video, but Zach and Jordan had recommended go and watch this other video. Okay, they recommended go and watch this other video, and you can find it on Rumble. You have to have a Rumble account, and if you comment, I will give you the name of the video so you can find it on Rumble. If you're really interested in it, it's mind blowing. And I was so green. I was so green. This shit was conspiracy central, right? I stayed up all night watching this shit. It was the paintings, it was the children, it was the codes. If you know, you know, right? That was the first time I was ever exposed to that. And COVID was at the time. This is peak COVID, peak pandemia, peak pandemia. The election, I think at the time Donald Trump was first term, right? I don't know when Joe Biden came in. I think that was 2020. I think COVID. I don't really remember. I wasn't following politics then. Um, okay, but that shit scared the fuck out of me. I was like, wait a minute. Are you telling me that everything is this? I had never been exposed to that before. I thought the Obamas was like, everybody praised them when we was young. You feel me? Everybody did. So I thought it was like, almighty and shit. No. Not only flaws, but real disturbing shit. You feel me? And so I was exposed to that, and it woke me up. I swear to you, there. If you want to remain comfortable in life, you should not access your third eye. I'm just letting you know that. If you want to remain comfortable, don't access your third eye, because once your third eye is accessed and you get that awareness, it's over for you. Blissful ignorance no longer exists. You can fake it because it's habitual, but it no longer exists. And once you become a trader and you actually get some profits, another resort really doesn't exist. Either for you or it ain't, you know? It's really either for you or it ain't, and it's for me. So, yeah, I found out that shit, right? This is back in 2020. I told you I stopped trading, but I was aware. But I wasn't so aware. Instead, I started listening to the Tate brothers. They started talking about the Matrix and shit, and I was like, wait a minute. That shit kind of sound like that shit kind of sound like what they was talking about in the videos. This is 2 years later, right? You know, I started listening to the Tates. I'm like, okay, this is how I resonate with this thinking, right? So boom, realized that there really was a rat race. Teaching was a rat race, right? Because I'm looking at it and I'm like, I'm in a system where I'm surrounded by kids. These are high school kids. And I immediately got the sense that the kids rub off more on the teachers and staff than the staff rub off on the kids. What makes me any different, right? I gotta get the fuck out of here. I got the fuck. And yeah, trading has just been it's real deal been a journey. And why I choose now to take it seriously? Because I'm aligned. I'm truly aligned. Like winning or losing, you feel me? Losing is learning. I understand that it's the cost of doing business. But when I'm trading, y'all, I'm truly aligned. I ain't never been aligned in real estate like I am aligned with trading. I enjoy real estate. I do it because I got started. You feel me? But my goal is to be an investor. I'm not here to be a broker forever. An investor is where it's at for me. I have my vision, I have my goal. It just takes time. Learning that through trading, patience, you know. And that was the why and the how. Freedom, no mind control. You can print money. You can print it. Really. All you have to do is understand it. Once you understand it, me, I had to learn that. I had to learn my entry models, my smart money, and then I had to learn bar by bar setups. Al Brooks. You know, Sai will say it's not that fucking difficult. But for me, that's how my brain works. It satisfies my brain. I want to know how I'm reading the candles. Feel me? And I'm learning how to put it together. It's January. This watch don't have a date dial on it. 16th, January 16th, 2026. You go look at Arsenal Ventures. Arsenal Ventures is gonna say elite underscore Arsenal trades. You'll see. I'm down. I'm down for the month because I stopped trading prop firms. I started trading live capital. And shit, I blew $200 accounts. Whatever. Charge it to the game. And I spent so much money on prop firms. Shit, fuck them both. I got a strategy for real. I got a strategy for real. I'm using the Hero FX accounts. I'm gonna leave the link in the description. You get 10x the capital. As long as you keep your account over that balance, you get to withdraw anytime that you want. So my goal is throw some money in there, get 10x, get the leverage, you know, utilize the strategy that I'm developing. I'm still developing my strategy. I'm still in student mode. The losses are all part of chipping away at that marble. That will be my fucking P&L. That will be my P&L. $10,000 days, $15,000 days, $20,000 days, $50,000 weeks, $100,000 weeks, $80,000 days. Like, just calling my name. Just a matter of time. I'm very impatient. I'm very impatient about it, yo. I'm very impatient about it. I drive myself crazy. I drive my wife crazy about it. You know, she helped me. She speak life into me. You know, you be needing that. You know, definitely be needing that when you're battling the world. Battling the world for real. But what makes me next is because I believe in myself. I want it. I want it bad. I want this more really than I ever wanted my football dreams. And I want the freedom that it gives. Shit, you wake up in the morning, as long as you put in the right contracts, you got enough money to leverage, to risk, but you can be done with your day early in the morning. Yep. So if you made it this far, I appreciate it. I'll start posting some trading shit on YouTube eventually. Uh, and yeah, keep it easy. Go ahead, look at the comment, like, whatever. Do what you want. Love your life. Peace.